Hello again, this is Jerry from York River Cannabis, and today we'll be installing an irrigation system. So when you get your irrigation system, if you're doing a drip tube, as I am, or drip tape, you will get a main feeder line. And when you get it, the first thing you're going to want to do is put it in the sun and let it lay out. You can already see it starting to get a little malleable. So that's going to be the first step. Stretch it out and let it sit in the sun. Okay, while we're waiting for the hose to become more flexible in the sun, I thought I would take this time to set up the main feeder line. So the first thing that will go on the main feeder is the pressure switch, or they call it a back feed. It essentially keeps the pressure from flowing back into your water source. Then you've got the filter, your pressure regulator, and then the end that connects to the main tubing. And they'll go in this order, and we'll set them up in a second. Okay, so the tube has become more flexible in the sun. The first thing we're going to do is install the end. So you can cut it to whatever length you want, but for this purpose we're going to use the entire length. So what we'll do is we will put the end connector on this. Okay, there's the end connector. So all you do is you slip this on and turn it, and it locks right onto the hose. Pretty simple, nothing to it. And this end, this will be our main line connector to your water source. This is what it should look like. So now we're going to stretch it out across the yard and bring this end to the water source. Okay, now that we've stretched the hose down the yard, you're going to take this end and use your trusty landscape staples that you would have from using the weed cover, and go ahead and anchor down the end wherever you want it. Okay, now we've anchored the main tube line that leads back to the main water source. Okay, so now that you've done the main feeder tube, you are going to get your drip tape and your fittings. Now I got this drip tape irrigation kit from Drip Depot. They've been great. Very satisfied with the product that was sent in the mail. Hopefully it holds up all season and many seasons to come. But I don't necessarily know what the names of the fittings are. I know we have an end cap for the tape, and a receiver end. And we're going to install that now. So the first thing we're going to do is roll the drip tape out to the desired length of one row. Okay, once it's at its desired length, you're going to cut the drip tape. Install the end that fits the feeder tube, and it's going to go in just like this. Okay, once you've installed the two ends, you're going to take this device that they give you, and you're just going to push it in, and it's going to pop a hole, and you're going to put this right into the main tube. Okay, once you've done that, it should look like this. Now it will give you a little bit of a struggle, but just keep hanging in there, keep pushing it in, and then once that barb is in that tube, it's not going anywhere. Okay, now that we have one irrigation drip tape installed, we're going to go ahead and install the other three. Okay, and all four lines are now installed. So we won't be putting these under the weed mat until we get our burner, so we can burn holes for the plants in the weed mat. So